right, so Dan's telling me he learned frontside flips, so today is frontside flip day. Let's see if he's got it first try. Oh, it's official. Oh, no way. No way. Hey, hold on. That's really warm. No sweat on the. Hey, whoa.
Sometimes I just be frontside flipping or whatever. Like, it used to be slab per guy. Reynolds could never. Okay, so you might be thinking to yourself, Dan, why are you doing a tutorial on frontside flips? I've seen I think I have like, I don't know, like 700 or something videos out. And like in all those videos, I probably have like 3 frontside flips.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really frontside flip. I can frontside flip down stuff. Like early in the channel, I frontside flipped the double-sided El Sereno like a couple times. I can do them down stuff. My flat ground ones, never wear it. I can do them on quarter pipes, but it just never clicked. Yesterday, I figured it out. There's like a very simple thing that I was doing wrong. And then I went home and like really thought about it, and then went outside and played with more of them, and it's just like I absolutely got this trick figured out. Now after I said all that, watch me choke one it up the Euro gap because I talked all that shit. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, out of Euro gaps, that's probably the easiest place to do that trick. The hardest place for frontside flips is definitely flat ground, which I'm going slow, but that was pivoty, and I actually know what I did wrong on that one. I know why it was pivoty, and that's what's kind of like exciting about having a new understanding of this trick. So, frontside flips for me, and if you've done frontside flips, this video is like for anyone. Like if you've never even done a frontside flip, you're gonna learn how to do frontside flips, but I really want to reach out to the people who can do frontside flips, but they take a lot of effort, they're really hard, they're inconsistent, they're pivoty. Here's what we're doing wrong.
Talking about me.
Am I talking about? No, because what I said to you earlier, you did a couple on flat ground, and he did one. He was like, "No, that was Muskie," and I was like, "No, it actually wasn't. It was right. Just didn't have any pivot. He just missed pop, but fully did a frontside flip." And it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to do a decent one on flat ground right now. Not a lot of room. I don't know why I'm doing it over here. This is the worst spot for flat ground, but okay. So here's the issue with frontside flips. What you need for frontside flips, because people are always like, you got to be able to do front 180s, you got to be able to do kick flips. Yeah, cool. You do need those, but it's not just that. You have to be able to front 180 comfortably in the air. Like, if you're doing this, don't bother with frontside flips because they're going to look like trash when you finally land them. And if you have kick flips that tend to shift you backside, because that's a common thing. Like, I know some people, when they first learn kick flips, they kind of do them like this, and they end up like that a lot. If that's your problem, get your kickflip straight first, and then rewatch this video. So, frontside kickflips.
Hold on, we'll be back. I gotta go learn my kickflip.
No. You have good kickflips. You don't do a lot of kickflips. Whatever you do, they're good. Okay, so frontside flip. First thing you need to understand about frontside flip is it is not a kickflip front 180. I've been telling people that it's a kickflip front 180 forever, and I'm like, yeah, like Reynolds does a kickflip front 180. Like, you think of like the best frontside flippers, and you're like, yeah, it's a kickflip front 180. But that's down stuff. When you do a frontside flip down something, you have to slow the rotation down. So I literally think now that I've refigured them out, if I'm riding straight and I'm gonna frontside flip down something, I'm flicking, if this is kickflip, frontside flip down something's there. It's like, not like 10:45, like on a clock. That's where frontside flip down stuff is. Frontside flip on flat ground is at 9 o'clock. It's literally over here. So you want to be able to keep your shoulders open before you pop, because like usually when you try to kickflip to here, so you're gonna kickflip here, and when you do it, don't try to pop high and like flick and wait. Learn it like this first. This is how you're gonna want to learn it. You're gonna try it low, you're gonna flick way over here, and this foot needs to wrap around. Like, you literally need to be like that. Okay, so first practice is doing this. Flick way over there, just like that. See how low it was? If you can do your tricks low and controlled, you can add pop and then play with it later. Learn your tricks low and controlled first. Because I see a lot of people trying to learn frontside flips and they're doing this nonsense, so they'll be like, and it's like, that's not helping nobody. You're not gonna do it like that first try. You're not that dude. You're not Dylan Jeb. You're gonna be like roly-poly-oling it. So learn full rotation, as little pivot as possible, but do it low. And basically, when you're flicking, a lot of people think the harder you flick, the faster it flips. So if you're under rotating your flip, you want to like kick harder. No, that's going to mess up your timing. And a lot of times you'll do this, where you'll like kick too soon, like, and it'll like do some miss pop stuff. Don't do that. Faster flick. If you're doing this frontside flip and it's like landing upside down, or not flipping at all in that case, it's flick more through the board, sharper, not harder. So if I'm frontside flipping and my board's under rotating, instead of pushing harder this way, I'll actually try to flick out a little bit earlier.
So like a more of a firm flick instead of a forceful one.
Yeah, not faster, just more through your board. You change the direction of your flick to make it flip faster. Double flip isn't a harder flick. It's a more directly through the board flip. Because when you kick flip, you're not actually like pushing through the board. The motion of the slide is catching it and making it flip. That's why like sometimes kick flips flip really slow. But when you try to double flip, you're just pushing more, like you're aiming for here instead of here. Like kick flips, your foot ends like right on the other side of the board. Double flips, it's just deeper.
Yeah, that's true.
Past it. So for frontside flips, what you want to do is first you want to find where that low flip is, that low quick flip for frontside flip. And yeah, just keep playing with them, landing like right next to it. And then once you got those down a little bit, the hardest part about doing frontside flips or any flip tricks is putting both feet on the board. And for a lot of flip tricks, I suggest learning how to land with your front foot on the board first, and then learning how to land with your back foot on the board first. Frontside flips, no, don't even bother. Just learn the front foot thing first, and then what you're gonna wanna do is, and this is like a really big thing, this is something that like really helped it click for me. When you're doing a frontside flip, and I'm sort of flicking at 90, right? I'm kind of thinking fakie flip. So I'm going here and I'm thinking a slightly fakie flip. That way I land, this is gonna sound really counterintuitive when you start trying it, might make sense. I'm landing switch, not fakie. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what you wanna do is you wanna like land super, like switch. Like you wanna be rolling away switch. Because if you're fakie, your weight's in the front foot, and a lot of times you're kind of looking back where you came from. And if I'm frontside flipping and I'm looking this way, I'm gonna stop short almost every time and under rotate. If you land switch, that means your shoulders like kind of like stop, like your upper body's like this, and you land switch. You get to see more of the flip trick. It's easier to like control where you flick, and it's not like as blind. Even though a frontside flip is a trick that you can kind of see the whole time, if you're thinking about going to fakie, like if I try to go to fakie, yeah, it makes me want to under rotate.
Wait, so what happens if I keep shooting out on it? Like if
you keep slipping out?
Yeah.
Well, so I think that's kind of common because people land like kind of switch manually.
Yeah.
And even though I'm landing switch, you're catching with your back foot, and I'm like stomping it down with my back foot. So I'm like in the front seat riding switch, if that makes sense. That's probably a better way to describe it actually. Because fakie isn't a matter of like being in the front seat switch. Like this isn't fakie to me, that's switch. Even though I'm set up for fakie, fakie is this. Like fakie's like this, leaning this way. You know what I mean?
Facing that way.
Yeah, so even if I land in a switch manual, like this, and I'm leaning this way, here's your loop down factor, and I'm rolling fakie. Even though I'm set up switch, my body weight's fakie. So like having those shoulders opened up really makes it easy to control. The big thing that I really want to focus on is like getting the flip faster. Why that's important is because frontside flips feel like so much effort when you first learn them. I remember at first I kept doing this, like I'd be like, and I would just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, pivot everything.
It's so much effort because it was 3 tricks. It was a kick flip. It was like a starting to 180, and then it was like a power slide. There was like so much to it, and my body was going like, instead of just. And it might be frustrating to sit out front of your house for a little bit and like to just do this, because I know you're gonna feel stupid, especially if you're like kind of good at skating. Because I feel like there's gonna be people who watch this video who can like switch 360 flip, but like frontside flips just won't click. Literally, I'm telling you, like just figuring out the quick click, that is so important. I've spoken about your body weight and everything. I'm gonna really go into like beginner details. Like this is for people who've never done a frontside flip before. What you're gonna wanna do is, when you set up your back foot, because that's a big question, some people use this pocket. And what this pocket does is it makes you 180 faster, because that action right there, this is like, some people use this for front big spins. This is a very front side scoopy pocket. This pocket over here, which other people use for frontside flips, makes the board go this way, which gives you more to flick off of. So if you're having trouble making the board flip fast enough, maybe branch a little further to your toe side pocket. If you're having trouble getting the rotation fast enough, maybe branch more over to the heel side pocket. They both do something specific. And depending on the way that you want a frontside flip, you can use both of them with this technique. To be honest, I have no idea where I put my foot. I'm gonna find out right now. Yeah, I'm heel side pocket. Huh, that's not what I expected. I thought I was in the middle. So I use heel side pocket, and you know what? That makes sense because I could always do the frontside flips, but they'd be pivoty, so I could get the flip right, but the rotation is what I struggle with. Like my old frontside flips literally were like this. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
They're so bad.
That looked like so much effort.
So much energy. And it's like counterintuitive too, because your body's like all late. Like.
Yeah, that looked gross. Don't do that again.
Do you want me to do it again?
No, don't do it again.
Okay, because I'll do it again. Yeah, and this is what happened. There's some dudes skating flat ground up here. One of them did a front 180 on flat. And I tried a frontside flip, like going the other direction. I was like, I got to figure out frontside flips. And it just did that. I landed it. And it just clicked. It just clicked. Why is it not spinning fast enough? Oh, it's probably because when I do frontside flips, I think kick flips here, so frontside flip must be here, and then I wait, and I'm like, what if I really exaggerate it? Like, what if I kick 9 o'clock, maybe even 8 o'clock? Sometimes it feels kind of like 8 o'clock, 7:40, 5 o'clock-ish. For regular foot, for goofy would be, what's over there?
Like 3 o'clock? 3, 4?
Whenever, like, it stops working, because one time when I first got here this morning, I did do it first try, but it felt like a lot of effort. I'll just push it further down the clock. I'll just push it sharper and sharper flick, because
You're gonna flick straight back.
I want to try to flick straight back, like straight, almost baby flip. But try to do it low. It feels so effortless. Back to fundamentals. I use here, I think you shouldn't, like, Reynolds uses this pocket too.
He does, yeah.
He does use this pocket, but I know that some other skaters use this. Over here also is kind of where more the Muska flip is. The more this side you go, the more Muska you're gonna get, because that means it's gonna be more vertical, and I'm not necessarily teaching you the vertical frontside flips. If you wanna do the vertical frontside flips, I can explain it, because I can do them on quarter pipes, but basically that's very much over here, and you're sort of gliding, you're not flicking off over here, you're letting your foot get out of the way right there. So just at the act of getting your foot out of the way at the middle of the board, instead of waiting, pushes the board like this. And I'm not a fan of them. On flat ground, I probably won't be able to land it. I could have landed that, huh?
You purposely avoided it. I know you did.
It wanted to happen. But yeah, that's where that trick is. I'm like debating on whether I should try. No, I'm not gonna do it. No, video. We're not doing Muska flips. But that's where that trick is. I'm not teaching that one. We're teaching proper frontside flips. Not even proper, just the classic frontside flip, we'll say.
So the classic Reynolds style frontside flip.
I mean, I wish it was like Reynolds.
I mean, Reynolds could never.
He doesn't do a lot of flat ground frontside flips, but what video was it in? He had, it might have been a 4-on-1. And I remember thinking to myself, he doesn't really do a lot of flat ground frontside flips. I wonder what they look like. They look exactly like you imagine. Like it was like. So shoulders. Let's talk about shoulders. Because that, I would say, is the second most important thing about frontside flips. For me, I start off with my shoulders open. I let my legs get ahead of my body with the flick. And I keep my shoulders kind of open, just not the whole time. So it's not like I'm like this and my body goes like this, but it's close. It's like I'm like this and my body goes to there. Like they still tend to the openness. And to me, that really helps my legs exaggerate the way that they need to. The flick, I would say, kick is kind of like there. I almost say with frontside flips, I'm using a little bit more of my toe than I am the side of my foot. I feel like with kick flips, I use more the side of my foot. You know what I mean? Like it's like very much here. And frontside flips, I feel like it's like more of the tip. Stationary frontside flips probably not happening. I mean, that wasn't really stationary. It was also kind of gross.
I think you can take a seat.
Yeah, right? The princess chair. Let's just cruise around and do some frontside flips. Oh God. Oh God. technique. So you've done frontside flips before. You've done them. Does that make you think? Are you thinking about what I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole 90 flick thing.
Yeah, it's a big
I feel like
deal.
it's there.
Flicking at 90 degrees is like such a game changer for it. It really takes away the umph of the 180 and just turns it into a more delicate flick that you're continuing with.
And for those of you doubting, like honestly, like that is no lie because I was gonna say switch frontside. I frontside flip completely different than the way he does. He hops on the heel side. He's over here.
Yeah.
I'm over here.
Yeah, and the same concept still works. You just like adjust your back foot to the kind of frontside flipper you are. Another thing that I just realized that I should probably say is before when I would frontside flip and I ended up pivoting, all my body weight would follow my front foot. Don't do that. Don't like when you flick, don't jam that front foot down and put all your weight forward. I really do think kind of like, oh my God.
Treat it like a front 180?
A no comply 180. How like your back, like your weight's kind of back here. It's like that, but you do a delicate flick with it. Like you ollie into the body weight of a no comply 180. I know I'm making it sound way more complicated than it needs to be, but like that is a similar body weight. If you feel too heavy on your front foot, almost like you're doing like kickflip nose manuals or kickflip nose slides, change your body weight. Get out of the way because it's more like you're floating and it's a delicate push through. Over a hip, like ollie, not ollie, like kind of ollie. Like if I frontside flip that hip going this way, so you over rotate the frontside flip, you know what I mean?
That'd be kind of alley-oop.
Yeah, kind of. I've never done that.
Oh, that rail. Oh, dude, that's looking like your old frontside flip right there.
That one?
Yeah, that one did. That was like kick flip trying to turn after.
Yeah, I was like late. You're right, I gotta do it in one motion. That is my problem. I'm trying to use the height of the bank to like, I wanna do it fluidly like I've been doing it. Right now I feel like desperate to make it. So you're right, use the technique.
Yeah, it's all about the technique. Don't you watch SpongeBob?
I don't sweat the technique. Okay, so frontside flip off of something. I haven't done one today. So I'm gonna do it off of this ledge. I'm just gonna ollie frontside flip off, but I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure, it's the same thing. Less angle of your flick, more gentle. If you have like a little bit more time. Yeah, and that felt like, I mean, I didn't do it great, but it felt kind of good. Oh, I wish. I'm gonna try that actually.
That'd be a good one.
I've never like frontside flip over something like not out of a bump.
Oh my goodness. Frontside flip-a-palooza.
Yeah, I got this trick, dude.
Let's go. Dude, you just went around the whole park frontside flipping.
Some of them were pretty boofy, but like none of them were high effort. They all just felt very low energy. I feel like it's such an explosive trick to a lot of skaters. And this technique of flicking way further to the 90 degree than you're comfortable with, such a smooth flip. So effortless. It makes it so fun and playful. Like it really makes you think like, oh, like I can probably frontside flip out of a lot of the grinds that I used to have to like pivot all of it. Cause I've done like Smith frontside flips pretty good, but it was always like Smith kick flip like 110 and then
Pivot the whole way.
but like imagine like, I don't know, like a Smith and then a fully rotated frontside flip, catch it, hold it, and then set it down. And the ollie frontside flips over the hip felt so crazy and impossible to me until today. like until I did a couple on flat ground. And then that frontside flip over the flat bar wasn't first try. I tried a couple and they didn't flip. And he was literally like, hey, adjust your flick like you talked about. It looks like you're not doing that. And I was like, oh yeah. And then that try, that's when I just did that line with frontside flips all over the place. Like,
literally that try.
Literally it was that try. Dude, yeah, absolutely. 90-degree frontside flip. You've been sitting down for, I don't know how long, 20 minutes. Do a frontside flip with, yeah, do it with that board.
You're gonna have me do it with your board?
I mean, it'd be funny to have you do it with my board, but do it with your board. It flips. Here. Now you're gonna really be able to do it. My trucks are kind of loose. You'll be fine.
Wait, what's the front and what's the back?
The line is the back. The line is on the back side of the board. Yep. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yeah. No piv. Hey, use my pocket. I want to see what happens.
Okay, I'll try. It's a little uncomfortable.
Hey, yeah. No, I bet.
I rolled my ankle like bad, bro.
But there's the, it flips more like a kickflip that way. Toad sides, Muska, heel sides, Reynolds. Like another thing that helped me with this trick was I do switch frontside flips and I never pivot them. When you skate switching doing a 180 trick, you're in such a rush to get back to regular. You know what I mean?
Oh, automatic.
So like when you do switch frontside flips, you're like already ready to land regular, and your shoulders are going to be positioned correctly to land regular, not nollie. No one does 180 tricks and lands leaning nollie. Now I spent a little bit of time figuring out good-looking backside flips because I applied that same concept today, and first try I did like probably one of the best backside flips I've done in like 3 years. And what I really like about this technique is even when I under-rotate it, my upper body's momentum is so ready to get to switch that I'll still screech and slide till I get to switch anyways because I'm pre-committed to ending up in that shoulder lock riding switch. If you pre-commit to the way your board's gonna end up and the way your body weight's gonna end up, it's gonna let you pivot and power slide through whatever you're getting yourself into. So remember that. Focus on where your shoulders and body weight ends, not so much on the journey to get there. In this case, the destination is all that matters, and the journey should be like second nature. The frontside flips completely clicked for Victor now. Like, I mean, after we filmed everything you just saw, we just been frontside flipping everything in the park. It's been really fun because, like, watching it flick so instantly for Victor, like, the session of how it clicked for me, and all of a sudden I could just do them, same thing happened to Victor.
Dude, exactly.
It's like every try.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's sick.
You said every try, now watch me fail.
Oh, well, I said that earlier and I landed it, so maybe. That was a funny looking frontside flip. What about frontside flip up the Euro first try?
First try?
Yeah. He did one early that like sort of muskud, but he caught it like 2.5 feet above the Euro gap.
I couldn't see what was going on. I was up here. My board was down there.
You got it.
All right.
We were playing with that frontside flip out of the quarter pipe into the hip earlier. It was really hard, but we have to film him do it because he does it really high.
You called the second try.
That was so good. That was so good.
I'm tired. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's the note we ended on.
Frontside flipping this thing. I don't know how you're doing it. Like
Your board's
long.
wider though. It's just long. Yeah, I got a longer wheelbase.
Dude, it makes it harder to get around.
No, I think your board's pretty hard to flip. I did do a decent frontside flip on your board though. Did I film that? No, you filmed it on your camera. Okay, hold on. Warm these legs up. Okay, Victor's board. Since he's doing it on mine.
Yeah, but I'm not trying anymore. His board's too big. Wow.
It doesn't really have any concave to flick with.
It has no concave.
It's still like works though.